Right. I am live. It's my first live. I'm super excited. Um, I hope that everybody is excited to talk today about repetition. So, I just had this crazy experience. I was trying to record video, and I had spent like the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours trying to figure out, what really makes a good sounding and looking video. Like when you're trying to record and you might use your phone or you might use like a DSLR, like if you're fancy and you have a budget like that. And like for your microphone, you might have a really fancy mic. And I had this mic, it's a Boya mic, and I didn't like it. It was supposed to go on my shirt. It looks real cool, but it has this buzzing sound because it's super sensitive to the volume. And there's just like a lot of problems hooking it into the Mac and stuff. And so, long story short, I figured out like you got to repeat and repeat and repeat and try again and again. Because I started off the night with that mic and I tried to plug that in and it didn't work. And then I tried to use a mixer and then I downloaded a new mixer and I tried to mix the audio live. And that was pretty cool. So I learned something there. And then I learned that the mic's not really good for me. And then what I did is I decided to return it to Amazon. So I put that in the box and then I went over to my Blue Snowball. And then I thought, well, what about my camera? I'm tired of using the webcam. It's not the best quality. And then I figured out you can hook your phone into your computer and you can use that as a webcam. And I thought, holy crap, that's really cool. So I started using that, and it's like Epic Camera or Epic View. I forget what it's called, like EPOC. And it's super neat. And I'm using that right now. And I started using that, and I figured, oh, if I can use that, I can combine this with my Blue Snowball. And then I was recording a video. I was like, oh, the quality is so good. I love this. Like, it's real time. The bit rate's good. The frame rate, I'm really animated. The lighting's good. The quality's good. And then I'm recording this Loom video. And then all of a sudden, I knocked my Blue Snowball out and I didn't realize it. And, 25 minutes later, after probably 4 or 5 tries, the thing didn't record a single bit after 45 seconds. So that video was useless at that point. And I think it's really important just to understand like what repetition is and why it's important. Like it's not just repeating something. If you repeat the same thing again and again, you're not going to get anywhere. Like that's just not helpful. But in everything I've ever done, from writing code to playing music, whether it's playing guitar or singing or whatever, recording, mixing, mastering, writing emails, collecting emails, creating funnels, split testing, creating new ad copy, reading again and again, all that stuff, right? It's repetition. And if you stop repeating, if you stop that, that is the moment that you start losing your skills and you stop like growing as a person. It's really important to dial in and to realize that like you're not going to be great at something at the beginning. Like I realized that tonight this video didn't work out, and I was pretty discouraged because I was excited because it was a good video. It was about integrating Aweber into drop funnels, which are 2 great tools that help you generate leads. And now I realize this was kind of a blessing in disguise because I was procrastinating on going live for the first time for my business. I've done it through music before or for music, but for my business, I haven't done it before until right now. And I'm super excited that I did it because this kind of forced me in a direction that I didn't want to go tonight, even though I knew I should. And I did it. I'm doing it right now. I'm not really scared. It's just, it requires a little more planning, a little more impromptu creativity and intelligence. But I think I'm doing it, And, I feel good about this. Like, I feel like regardless, how this video is perceived, I feel like you should just take a lesson from me. I'm somebody who fails again and again and again and again. But I don't fail the same way twice, or at least I don't try to. I've done it before probably, but like, I don't like to repeat failure. And that's the great thing about repetition is that it's a motivator. If you miss a shot in basketball, you're going to take another one because you don't want to end on a bad shot. That's not a good way to play. Same thing if you have an argument with your friend, you're not going to end on that. You're going to repeat until you get that right. Same thing if you're recording a video. I recorded a video so many times, and I recorded my hook so many times, and I keep getting it wrong again and again and again. And what I realized is that repetition is the key to success. So If you're out there and you're wondering, how do I succeed, Drew? Like, how do I, generate money online? How do I create a self-sustaining income? How do I get good at something? Well, I'm 24 years old, which is not very old, but I'll tell you this. People said I couldn't learn guitar in a couple years, and I did it. And now I'm like really good. Like, I'm not a pro, but I record songs and I can play live, and most people can't do that. 2 years. It's pretty incredible. I learned how to code. People said I couldn't make an app, and I made one with my friend. We got 10,000 downloads in the second version. Really low budget. That was pretty cool. My dad didn't want me to do computer science. He thought I wouldn't like it. And then I did it, and I got a degree, and I got a 3.3 GPA. So, I just kept succeeding. Nobody thought I'd leave my home state, and I went to go work for a big Fortune 500 company doing what I went to school for, which is pretty great. And I live on my own, and it's like, you just have to keep going. Nobody wanted me to start my business either, but I did that. I was learning music marketing, and then I went to learn entrepreneurship from a mentor and his colleagues, and probably the best decision I ever made. It wasn't that his one course was what made the difference, I think. But I think it was more so like that I made a decision, I committed to it, and I did it for me, and I didn't let anybody stop me. And now I'm letting that carry through with all my activities and all my goals. So if you're looking for how to succeed in this world, remember that all you got to do is repeat. Do it again. Somebody said, you suck, you fail, right? Happens to me every single day. I saw a YouTube comment come up when I was recording a music video or whatever it was, and it's like, I'm glad I can see your tummy in this video. I guess that one's kind of funny, but some people say, this song's horrible, this sucks. And I'm not a perfect musician, but I know I don't suck because I've played live and people actually care, and they come up to me and tell me that it's good. People don't do that if they don't like your music. They just don't say anything. So, it's the same thing with my business videos on this channel. I make videos, and, sometimes it's a topic that I'm newer to. Sometimes it's something that I'm really experienced with. And sometimes my affiliate offer will change and the link and doesn't work, or people think something's a scam, but they've never tried it all the way through and compared it to other options. So how can they verify that? So, I think the way you build authenticity, and the way you build your rapport, and the way you build your, your confidence and all that stuff, right? Success is built on repetition. So just do it again and commit to it, and do it again and again and again. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit guitar in the first month, and then after that, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't quit. I was addicted. And then I hit another slump in 3 months, and I wanted to quit again, and I didn't. I got a teacher. Every time I wanted to quit, I got help, and it was the biggest thing. It was the biggest difference. So if you're looking for help, you feel like you're stuck in a job, in a relationship, just in life in general, you're looking for a creative outlet, you're trying to do something different, the first thing you got to do is figure out something you're interested in, and then repeat it. And repeat it again and again and again until you get it right. So if you're trying to create a funnel, if you're trying to, start a blog, maybe you can't even write 100 words and you stumble over it, just do it again. Just do it again. And don't worry about what everybody's saying. I think a lot of people, including me, I've done this many times. You get sucked into what other people are doing. Like, oh, that person has 100,000 followers. Oh, that person just signed with this person. They have all this money. They have all these endorsements. Well, guess what? They've been probably working at that skill for a lot longer than you have. So, don't get hung up about it, because that's just silly. Like, it's self-defeating. It's really self-defeating. My first tutoring lesson ever, when I started, which was like 5 years ago, I quit another job. I didn't want to work where my dad got me an internship, just because I didn't feel like it was a good fit for me. I stayed home and I tutored that summer. I made more money than I ever would have at the internship. I think I made double, and like per hour. And I remember the first lesson, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I jumped in, like half the problems, I didn't even know how to help the student. And I was like, how am I going to teach somebody if I don't know how to do something? Well, then I learned it. Like, I learned the skill of learning, which is the best skill, I think. Like if you can teach yourself how to learn fast and by yourself, then when you work with people, you're a huge asset. When you work by yourself, you're your own your own asset, right? So like just do stuff again and again, even if it's your first time. That's your first repetition, right? Make your first YouTube video, write your first blog, do your first keyword research, do something for the first time. If you're an introvert, do a live like this. I'm an introvert, believe it or not. I'm just really comfortable at talking on camera, I think, now. But, give me a group of 20, 30 people, I don't want to talk. It's not because I can't. It's that I don't feel like I have control over the situation. Whereas if I'm in a role like this, I'm more confident because like I control the dialogue. So I think that's why I like tutoring and leadership and YouTube and music, because I control the dialogue. I control literally the whole thing, right? So yeah, just know that like people like me at all scales and all levels, right? That are producing at a high level, maybe not at the top of the food chain, but just people that are active and confident and putting themselves out there and able to take criticism. Those are the people that are building by repetition, and they're going to make it. They're going to be great because they keep doing that thing again and again and again and again. And nobody can stop them. They don't get sucked into the pressure. So that's my lesson tonight. Even people that mess up and they can't make a video and they can't publish it, there's always a silver lining if you look for it. So start looking for the silver lining, start repeating things that you want to get good at, and you're going to be great. Thank you so much. This is my first live. I'm going to do this more. Take it easy.